Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jonathan here with my co-host Dave Bergio from Mindset
What's
Monday. So what we want to go over today is the power of your thoughts, power of your words. This is stuff I will tell you straight up. I did not believe in the least bit for a real long time. And I can tell you that that's something that probably held me back a fair amount, right? And I can only speak to, hey, what's really happened and really what's worked for me personally, and then I'm gonna turn it over to Dave. I will tell you that being a high performing entrepreneur and doing everything that we do, we are definitely our own worst critics. Okay, time and time again, you never feel like things are going right. You never feel like things are going fast enough, and you're always there to analyze. At least that's in my mind and what I've experienced personally, right? And I would say about a year ago, I started really, really working on visualization, and I don't do it nearly enough. But the more I've incorporated it, the better I've gotten at it, and the more I've practiced it, and the more I've kind of stuck to a vision board and things of that nature, I will absolutely tell you that there is a lot of power of that to that, because it tells you and you're training your brain and your subconscious what you want. And if you don't know what you want, it's very hard to get it. All right. So one of the things that I'll tell you, the two things that I have done recently that have really, really helped. And the first thing is I created a vision board. And on that vision board, I put all the things I want. And it broke it down by, faith, family, finances, and fitness. And I am getting closer and closer to those goals as we speak. The next thing I've done is I try to take between 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes and really visualize all the things I want. So for me, it's a certain boat, it's a certain house, it's a farm, it's where I want my company, it's where I want my body to be, it's what I want for my family. And these are things that, while I haven't gotten all of them yet, I can tell you that I am much, much closer. And I feel that it has made a big difference, right? So I am way closer now to my goals than I previously was. And I'm blessed to have a great life. And I would tell you that these goals are very, very advanced, right? Like this is like the boat is probably 1.5 million, the house, the farm, they're big goals. And I can tell you that by me visualizing consistently, it's really helped. Dave, what are your thoughts on all this stuff?
One of the best pieces of advice, that I've gotten from someone is, your thoughts become things. And I also think that your thoughts become things that they don't look at it on the other side either as well. And what you're saying is great to, put those thoughts out there, to manifest things in your life to happen, these goals and stuff. It's awesome. And keep in mind, guys, like, it's not like, I get where Jonathan's saying, to where I used to think it was some hokey shit too. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that sounds kind of weird. And, the secret, how all that stuff. And that's just baseline stuff. Right. But you still got to do the work, so those thoughts, that's the baseline to it. Like, don't get it wrong. It's just because, like, I'm just going to have some $100 bills shower on me tomorrow. And all of a sudden it doesn't happen. And you're like, yeah, this shit doesn't work. Look, there's, and I'm sure there are people that really believe that. Right. But you still got to put in the work. But also, you can't think of the negative shit either, because it can work for you in reverse. You know what I mean? You start thinking of negativity all the time, or negative things happen. Guess what you're going to get? You're going to continuously get negative things that happen to you all the time. And I'm a big believer of the thought of the vision board. My desk right now, besides my family, like, I have goals all over the place on my desk here of things that, I'm looking at, that I want to accomplish. And I really think that's important sometimes, especially if you're getting your ass kicked during the day. Like Jonathan said, you put a lot of pressure on yourself, when shit's not going right, and you're like, man, what am I doing? And you just take that time refocus, take a look around, see what you got on your desk, have that gratitude. Again, going back to gratitude for what you have. Just close the eyes for a minute, man, and just imagine yourself where you want to be, where you're going, and for me, that snaps me right back out of it and gets me right back into place. But yes, thoughts do become things, thoughts, action, they all roll together. And the more you start diving down that rabbit hole, that universal law, man, like, and even for me, like, the more I believe it, and it's kind of crazy how these things happen, but it makes sense the more you dive into it and study and understand how all this works.
Yeah. I love what you said there about it takes action, right? So you can tell the universe what you want, but if you don't actually start walking in that direction, you're not going to get it, right? So it works as, hey, I'm going to visualize it, and then this is what I have to do to go get it over the next, call it 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. And a lot of times, the further out or the larger the goals, you have to realize that there are steps in between that you have to accomplish in order to get that. So action with visualization is 100% what is going to get you what you need. Dave, great share.
Yeah, one more thing. I think one of the crazier things is when you start manifesting some of these things, you start seeing them everywhere. They were always there. It's just you never really noticed. Like the Harley that I want, I see it all the time in certain spots. You know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, there it goes right there. And I see it, so it's crazy how all this, and I'm sure you see that too. If you're out on the water, you're like, damn, there's that badass boat that I'm looking at. Man, it's real. It's not a unicorn anymore.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man. Like that's one of the crazy things when you start putting that energy out there and you start seeing these things.
That's it. That's your reticulative activating system, right? And it is true. Like when you see a certain car that you love, and you're thinking about it, you're visualizing that, you notice that car over and over and over again. Same thing with the boat. Same thing with, how your fitness looks. All that stuff combines and really makes a difference. And you're training yourself to go towards what you need. So I hope this helped. Guys, we never, ever ask you for anything. So please, if you got value out of this, like, comment, share it with someone that needs to hear it. All right. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you Friday for Financial Fitness Friday. Take care, guys.